welcome back to the show. We'll still be continuing our discussion on teen pregnancy. So how has your view changed on teen pregnancy since we've had our guests in the studio?
I still feel the same as last time. Like I said, it's not about the age. It's more about the responsibility and the maturity of the person, as opposed to the age. I mean, yeah, you say age because they're younger, but I feel if you're 16 and you're mature enough and responsible enough, and that you can have a kid, kudos to you. I mean, you could be 36 and still not be ready to have a child.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really about the age, but more about maturity and responsibility. So
I think it's difficult though to how many 16-year-olds do you see that are mature and like financially able to support themselves plus another human being?
Well, yeah, no, I'm not saying that, but I'm like, there are people. I had a job at 16. I went to school.
Yeah, there are people. I mean, like our teen mom guest and our teen dad guest that are, doing okay and that are able to,
sustain a healthy life.
Yeah, and like a good life for their child, but.
No, I understand where you're coming from. It's just like, like I know people. I know some people who do actually. They've been like my mother. She's been, she's been able to do it her whole life, and so that's just my opinion. I feel that if you're mature enough, you're responsible enough, you can do it. Not everybody can do it. Not a lot of people can do it, but some can. Some mothers and some fathers can.
I totally agree.
So Hogan's you changed.
No, I mean like
But
I agree
but
to
just
the
to
point
like.
where like I agree where if you're mature and responsible, yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. But how many people out there actually are?
But like usually the people who are mature and responsible don't have a kid at that age anyways. So
True that.
yeah, there you go. Burn.
So what about you, Jessica?
Yeah. I don't know.
Views are changing here.
I just don't think that like obviously there are people who do okay after being pregnant at a young age or having a child at a young age, but I just think people should wait. Like
Yeah,
it's just like they can have like better life for themselves and for their child if they wait, and I guess be responsible about sex and.
yeah, I agree with I agree what you're saying. If you can do it, then you can do it. But I just don't think you should do it.
And I think also when we look at it, like a lot of these like pregnancies aren't planned. Like if they're 16 and they plan on having a baby and both their parents are supportive, like they're both going to be in the relationship and support this child. Well then, like okay, but if like that situation rarely pans out, like how many teen parents are out there and are single parents and they didn't last after like a year.
But now are you talking couples or are you talking a parent in general?
Well, like couples because I think
like I'm talking like whether you're single or together, that's not really the fact. I'm really
But
going
it does
against
make-
more just the fact that to have a child and to be able to raise it.
But I mean, it does have an impact on like your child if your parents are together or if they're single, like separated, divorced, or have never even been married or whatever. Like I know for my parents, they got divorced when I was only 14. My mom still had a hard time bringing up teenagers and like the financial like burden of me and my sister. But like
She did
it. Yeah, and she was able to do that, but we at times like there were struggles, and I think it's just to have a better life for your child if you wait and you're older and you're gonna be together. Like how many 16-year-olds and under really stay together for their whole life.
But then you also think there's 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds that are still considered teen pregnancies, and they could.
I know, but even that, like, it's rare that they actually stay together.
No, I know what you mean.
So how about alternatives? What about
But
you
what
guys
was
think
your
about
opinion?
abortions? Oh, I thought I was.
Yeah.
No.
Well, my opinion remains the same. I still don't think you should do it. I just
So
don't.
what do we think about abortions? I don't know, like, I have a friend who's really, well, she's Catholic, and she's really against abortions.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would say I'm pro choice. but I don't know if I've never been pregnant, so I don't know how I'd feel once you're in those shoes of whether or not I would, make that decision.
Yeah, I'm pro-choice too. I mean, it's your body. You decide what you want to do. But personally, I think if I was pregnant, I don't think I would be able to have an abortion. I mean, it's an option, but I don't think I'd be able to do it. An adoption, like, I don't think I could live with the fact that knowing that my child is out there somewhere, not with me. No, I don't think I could do it either. So.
And it's also, like, with adoption, like, pertaining to Ganawage and us being Mohawk, that, when you give your child up for adoption, they might not be, they may be adopted by a non-Mohawk family, a non-Aboriginal family, and then they're going to lose, that culture and their part of their identity, which I think is one of the main reasons why a lot of people in town specifically don't.
Yeah, the adoption rate is like really low in town. It's like it's not something you hear about all the time, but I think it's because there's a stigma that comes with that. You know what I mean? Because not everyone, it's not like as common as like, oh, well, we're gonna have the baby. It's like, oh, well, we're giving our baby away for adoption. To
Yeah, but sometimes it's better. Like,
yeah, no, I understand that. Like I completely agree. Like if it's a better situation, then yeah, do it. But I mean. Like I'm saying, like in where we are right now in Ganawage, it's like you don't hear about it all the time. I guess just because of that stigma, But I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, like you see that on we were talking about Teen Mom last episode, and one of them, the girl, Caitlin, she, her and her boyfriend gave their child up for adoption, and like seeing all the struggles that they go through,
and they happen to be the ones who stay together, so
yeah,
mature and responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They still had a kid.
But what do you two think about abortion?
Oh yeah, it's your choice. Like sometimes you don't have the circumstances. I mean, I understand. Like I really like rather you'd have the kid. I'm against abortion, but there's circumstances where you can't. So I agree with your decision if the person chooses not to keep a kid, because sometimes there's just some situations where either you're not financially set or you're not healthy. Maybe mentally or physically, whatever it may be, and the person just cannot have it. So I understand that.
I'm totally pro-choice. I mean, like, sometimes you're just really not ready, and sometimes it's a total surprise, and sometimes it comes at a really bad time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's situations like that.
For most of the times, I know people sometimes they say like they would never do it, but when the time comes, sometimes you have to rethink your situation and your.
Yeah, like you don't know until you're there.
Exactly. That's a good statistic, though. The one that she said about, what is it, like the general population is 24, they become?
26.
26?
26?
Ours is 19.
Ours is 19?
It's like 7 years difference.
And that's what we were talking
On
about
average.
last episode when, a lot of people think like, oh, when you wait until you're 30 to have a baby, and it's like, you're going to be so old, like,
It's
not
like
really.
only here. That's, like,
Everyone wants to be the cool mom and the cool dad. They don't want to be the old mom or the old dad.
So sad. Because, I don't know, even I find I have that kind of feeling, towards older parents, you're in your 40s and you're just having a baby.
well, it's alright. You don't want to be
Yeah.
40, but
But they're the ones sitting on the couch, everyone's having a party, they're sitting on the couch watching TV.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's just that feeling that, because of the way town is, that,
yeah, it's like you want to be a young parent, but I mean, I don't want to be 16 and be a parent.
yeah.
But you're not 16, so it's okay.
It's okay.
Anyways.
So that's all the time we have for this week's episode. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time in the new year. Happy holidays, and be safe.
And don't get pregnant this holiday season.
Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, that's very important.
Very
to remember.
important.
If you have any feedback for the show, you can email us at mohawktv@hotmail.com or give us a call at 450-632-6397. And you can also check out our new Facebook group.
This show is brought to you by Game Busters. This holiday season, provide fun for the whole family with a little help from Game Busters. Shop Ganawage this Christmas, and you'll find all the perfect gifts for the game lover in your family. Game Busters.
Oh no.
Anna.